All right, how's it going, everyone? Tyler Hopkins here with Farmboy Inc. So we're a digital marketing agency out of Iowa. And what we want to do is go over one of the articles that we made that helps people understand, or maybe some of our potential clients to understand, what are some of the top features when you're looking at creating a new website. So let's go over some of these top features, and I'll go a little bit more into detail and explain them a little bit more. So one of the first features is clearly going to be a mobile-first design. So I don't think anyone is too surprised to hear that most people are using their phones to do a lot of their search results. So we want to make sure that the website's going to be designed with this in mind. So if you've ever been to a website that's not mobile-friendly or mobile optimized, you usually see that the screen is smushed. Usually have to zoom in to see anything. The text is usually small. Things just don't look designed for a phone. It looks like it's designed for a screen, just like, a desktop screen. So having your mobile-friendly design in place now into the future is going to be extremely crucial so that you can minimize the bounce rate. So if people come to your website and you don't have a mobile-friendly version of your website, and if they're on their phone and it takes a long time to load, or when it loads, the words or the copy is really small, people are going to leave your website, and that's going to increase your bounce rate. It's going to send a signal to Google that this is not valuable information or that the user experience is low. So we want to minimize that by making sure that the website is actually mobile friendly. And number 2 is going to be long form content. So the whole purpose of your website potentially is to solve your audience's problem. Maybe it's a product, maybe it's a service. But for me as an SEO and as a marketing specialist, my job is to understand what is the searcher's intent. What are they looking for when they're making a result or making a search? And then what we want to do is create a website that we can provide all of this information. And long-form content is going to be a great way that we can do that by going in depth on things that they're searching for, so that we can provide as much valuable information as we can that sends a signal to Google when we're keeping them on our page as they're reading, they're scrolling through. Maybe they click over to one of our other articles or an internal link, and providing as much valuable information as possible, which is going to be long-form content. Having your website designed to where you can put long-form content like blog articles or long-form content on your site. You can also embed videos or have embed infographics or other elements that help provide additional information. Having that capability or that feature on your website is going to be extremely important if you're going to try to add value to your audience and get them to stay on your page. Number 3 is going to be easily editable. So if you ever need to make any kind of quick changes, we don't want that experience to take forever. We don't want the company to have to wait to get some kind of minor adjustments or minor changes when a website is designed for these little edits. It's going to allow these business owners to make changes pretty quick, so that they don't have to be waiting on, a development team or their internal marketing team to make some of these small adjustments. So having an easily editable website design is going to be important, especially moving forward into the future as you start building your brand, you start updating your website and your offerings. Number 4 is going to be brand forward. So this more has to do with having a cohesive brand experience. So this is having your logo, this is having all of your branded colors, your fonts, this is providing all of your products or services. What are the key selling points for your business? What problem are you solving in the market? Having a website to where you can display all of this at a glance is going to communicate what your brand's all about without you having to promote and go into more detail. Everything is going to be listed right there on your website, and it's going to be easy to understand what are you offering. So having branded forward website design is going to be important for having clear communication with your audience. Number 5 is social media connections. So this more has to do with having a community or having a way to connect with your community. Like if you are building a social media account on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and you want to connect that to your website. So having your social media connected is not only going to allow people to share to their pages, but it's also going to be a way if somebody's reading some valuable information and they want to get to know the brand a little bit more. What I do all the time is I'll go and actually search for them on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll like and follow their page. That way I can see, what are other people talking about whenever they do any kind of updates or promotions. I can see that. So having your social media connected is going to increase the user experience. It's going to be an additional way that you can drive traffic to and from your website to your social. It's just going to help with the community aspect of the user experience. So making sure that the website is designed with your social media connected to it is going to be important. Testimonials or reviews. So if you're a service type business, most likely it's going to be testimonials. It's actually what people are talking about as they experience your brand. So you can go through some of your Google reviews or Facebook reviews, or maybe even just reach out to your clients and ask them for a true testimonial, and we can add that onto the website. A lot of the times it's just a quick little section of the website, which helps with social validation, with social authority. When you can see what other people are talking about with your business, it's going to add more value. A lot of people are kind of curious, what is the experience working with Farmboy? So we'll actually have a section on the website to where you can read some of the testimonials of what other people are talking about with Farmboy. And you can do the same thing with your brand by connecting those testimonials to your website. Having a dedicated section is perfect. Number 7, probably my favorite because it's SEO related. It's pay-per-click tracking. It's key performance indicator analysis. So this is basically a way of tracking the data of what's going on your website. So if you're running a marketing campaign to a specific landing page or to a specific product, having your pay-per-click tracking connected to your website to where we can do some more tracking after the fact, similar with SEO, to optimize your website or your web pages better, having search engine optimization in mind to where the website can be designed with the appropriate keywords and the appropriate keywords in the title text, in the meta description, in your H tags, and in the body of the text. And then also thinking about it from the perspective of on-page optimization. It's just making sure that you are going through the best practices related to search engine optimization and making sure that you can do everything you can to be found on Google and provide the most relevant information to Google. And you can do that through these different features, which is search engine optimization tools, it's tracking capabilities, and it's actually setting your key performance indicators and being able to track it. So if you want to track purchases, you can have a tracking code in the checkout page or the purchase complete page, whatever you want to call it. So being able to create your website with that in mind is going to help not only optimize your page, it's going to allow you to track your campaigns, know where you're spending your money, which types of campaigns are getting better results, and then actually setting, what are some of those key performance indicators that you're wanting to search or you're wanting to actually collect. Is it people signing up to your email list? Is it people going to a voting booth to vote? Is it, tracking a specific product in a specific region? Having all of this set up with your website design is going to allow you to do a lot of things moving forward as far as tracking and optimizing your website. Number 8 is going to be more reliable and fast loading time. So this has to do with on-page speed. So if you've ever went to a website and it was slow to load, even if it's 2 or 3 seconds, a lot of people, what we'll do is we'll click out of it and we'll just leave and we'll go to one of the other results. And that's going to send a signal to Google that this is not a reliable search result. Whenever people get to the page, they immediately leave within a couple seconds. So it's going to negatively affect your optimization and your ranking when people are coming to your website and having a poor user experience because the page isn't loading or it's slow. So making sure it's designed with that in mind. So making sure we don't have large files, making sure we don't have a lot of plugins that aren't necessary. Anything that's going to slow down your website speed, we're going to try to reduce that. That's the point of somebody who's developing a website design. That's going to be more optimal for the user experience. 9 is more going to be growth and scalability. So as you're growing your business, having key features that will allow you to sell more or get more users. So e-commerce type businesses who may want to increase the amount of products they offer. Maybe they want to break it up into different categories, or maybe you're a service and you want to add different features as far as bookings or as far as video contact. There's a lot of different things that you can add in this area, but having a website that's designed for future growth is going to be extremely important if you actually want to grow your brand. You don't want to grow your brand first and then try to figure out how you can catch your website up to the growth of your business. We want to try to do that in the beginning by having a growth mindset. And the last one is going to be post-launch and ongoing support. So having a website or a website partnership, if you will. So if you have a marketing team or if you hire somebody like Farmboy Inc. to actually accomplish some of your post-launch items. So this is going to be stuff like making sure all of the pages are working. If you have any kind of add-ons that you want to put on your page as far as maybe a booking feature. So if you do appointments for the service you offer and you want to add an ability to book clients or have them schedule a call with you. Having anything post-launch, having that synergistic relationship with either the marketing team or a development company like us, having these features in place to where we can just go in and make some of these changes for you is going to not only speed up the productivity of your business, because you're not now focused on making some of these changes for your website. You can focus on your own business, and then you can have the capability to easily add some of these features as you're growing the business. And again, it's going to be more ongoing support. So for me as an SEO specialist with Farmboy Inc., I do a lot of on-page audits. So once or twice a week, I'm running all of the websites through our audit platform, and it's going to kick back anything that may be broken, or it's going to give us suggestions to where we can optimize the results better. So having that built into your website design is going to be important for growth and for ongoing support. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us or leave a comment below in the video. If you have any needs for digital marketing, or you're in the Iowa area and you want to just come by our office and talk to us, feel free to do that. And again, my name is Tyler Hopkins, the SEO specialist at farmboyinc.com. And feel free to like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you found this valuable. And if not, please just still do it. It helps the algorithm find us. And until next time, have a good one.